Okay, in this video I'm going to share with you my top 5 purchases that I made this year. Okay, the top 5. Most of us have, it's going to be a different video because, I thought I'd just share this with you. People have their own list of things that they buy to improve productivity, to improve their life, quality of life. So I'll give you my top 5 and you can tell me whether you think my top 5 is good or not good. Okay, up to you. So let's start. At number 5, it is the watch that I have. You can see this. It's a Garmin. This one is, I think, the 245. Not too sure. I'll give you the exact. I'll give you the exact specs. So the reason why this is at number 5 is because I didn't wear any. I didn't have any wearables. I didn't have any watch. I didn't wear a watch for quite a number of years because I always ask myself, what is the point of having a watch when you can check the time on your smart device? So I never had a watch for years. The only time I had a watch was when I became a marathon runner, a triathlete, a swimmer, cyclist. My coach convinced me to have a heart rate monitor, and I had a Polar, one of the best heart rate monitors and devices for triathletes. So I had the Polar. It was a great watch with a heart rate monitor to monitor my heart rate and for me to train. But after that, once I stopped triathlon, I sold it and I didn't have anything. And it was now that I just purchased, I think 2 months ago. And why it is good is because whenever I run, I used to always guess what is the distance I'm running. I would say that, okay, I'm running 4 kilometers or 3 kilometers or 5 kilometers. But I was not too sure. That is one. The second problem was, I run laps. Sometimes it is so confusing that did I run 6 laps or did I run 4 laps or is this the 3rd lap? Or, sometimes you just go in a world of thought when you're running. For runners, you'll know this. When you're running, you just zone out. And when you snap back in, you're like, okay, where am I? And then you're like, okay, which round is this? Then you're like, oh, this was the 3rd. No, wait, I did the 3rd before. No, am I doing the 4th now? So, and then you end up wondering which lap is it? And then distance you don't know, and overall you don't have any data. So, this watch now proves to be very useful. I know exactly how many laps I'm running. I know exactly the distance I'm running. And, it kind of gives me a rough estimation of my heart rate. But I don't wear it the whole day. I don't wear it while sleeping and all that. Then I take it off. So, because I don't want to wear. But it's a great device. But I'll tell you, don't buy the Apple one because that keeps giving you notifications and buzzing and so stupid, man. So I use this only for exercise. So this is at number 5 because it's not something that is so important, but it really added a lot of value to me. At number 4 is actually my shoes. You can see this. This is the Ultraboost. So I purchased the Ultraboost when there was a sale at 30% off. And, I like the Ultraboost. My favorite shoe has running because I'm a runner. Thanks to my coach, who was an Olympic coach, he introduced me to various kinds of shoes. So my favorite shoe was ASIC. And I use the ASIC ASICS or whatever. I use the ASICS shoes because, hi doggy, it had a great grip on especially the heel, and it was very comfortable for me. And I used to train cross trail and for cross training. Great shoes. ASICS really had amazing variety. I liked ASICS I used them for quite a number of years. I had another brand, I can't think of it. I can't remember right now which brand that was. But I had plenty of running shoes. I think it was ASIC only, the high-end series. The other shoe that I had was Adidas Ultraboost. I didn't like Nike so much. I was not such a big fan of Reebok. But Asics were really, really good, especially the triathlon shoes. I mean, waterproof and all that. And especially if you have the lace, the laceless shoes, you know, like you have this one. You can see this. I don't know what do you call this. This is the, you know, it's like a plastic lace-like thing. It just snaps and it's like a rubber thing. So you just have to quickly put on your shoes and you can quickly take it off. So this was a great purchase. And I managed to get one more pair like this, Ultraboost at 50% off at a sale. They were just clearing off. So at number 4, this is pretty good for me. And the main reason for this is, I could tell you that it helps in running because I do exercise. So for me, at least for me, health is very important. So this is at number 4. At number 3, okay, now we come to the slightly more important ones. At number 3, it is a dual monitor setup. Now I've been using a 27-inch iMac monitor for, oh my goodness, been using for now 10, 11 years, okay? And I never had a dual monitor setup. I always had a single monitor setup, and whenever I had to switch between windows, I would just minimize and check the other window. But then I started seeing online that people had a dual monitor setup or triple monitor setup. So I was wondering, like, okay, does it actually improve productivity? So I decided to experiment. I ended up buying a monitor that was, I think that is the LG. Yeah, LG has a good selection. I ended up purchasing one. I connected to the iMac. And to lo and behold, to my surprise, it turned out to be a great investment. Because now what I do is, when I do my work, especially when I'm doing productivity-based work, I can open, I can open a chat or something in one side of the second monitor. I can open a reference, what I'm referencing on another browser. My main work I can do on the main monitor. Like especially when you do video editing, there is no interruption, you know. I don't have to minimize, drag and drop and all that. It's really useful, and especially when you have 50 tabs and, you know, endless amount of windows open. So the dual monitor setup was an absolute investment, and it was not expensive. The monitor came in pretty cheap. I didn't buy a high-end $5,000 Mac setup, Mac monitor. I just bought a simple LG, and it comes at pretty affordable prices. So at number 3, it would be the dual setup monitor. At number 2, this might sound very silly or surprising to you, but the setup that I have in my office or in my room, the setup that I have turned out to be a blessing in disguise. You know, initially when I started, if you see, I just had a table and had the books at the back, the shelves. But very soon, I wanted to ask, I started to keep things on the table, and sometimes you eat food, and sometimes you keep your laptop, and then you keep your iPad, and then you have a table at the side. So then what I did is I made it a L-shaped table, okay? It was very difficult for me to find the similar height. So I ended up buying 2 desks, which are of the similar height, but L-shape. Then after that, I made it a U-shape, okay? When I made it a U-shape, it's like I'm sitting here, and there is a table this side, there's a table front right here, and there's a table here at the side. So in the front, I am doing my main work. At this side, I can tilt the side monitor, or I can keep a laptop. And this side, I have put my 50-inch monitor. That is Samsung, yeah. QLED, where if I want to watch a movie or something, or I want to play a game, it's very easy. So your setup proves to be very important for productivity especially. So if you are seated at a desk, make sure that you customize the desk in such a way that you can actually do work easily. And I'll tell you, for me, the setup, I never thought it was so important, but your setup is the most important. In fact, this might sound pretty silly as well, But behind my monitor, I have two tables to mount the speakers and keep the lamps, the lamps for shooting my setup. So I've made it in such a way where when I sit down, I just need to switch on the lights. The lights come on, the camera is on. It becomes very easy to vlog. So even pulling the microphone, I pull the microphone towards me, lights are on, everything. Just one place, seated in one place. I can pull the microphone towards me, the lights come on, the camera is recording, and with one switch off, everything goes off. So it becomes like I don't have to move anywhere. It's like, watching the movie Matrix. You sit here, the screen is here, the keyboard is here, the server is here, your refrigerator is here, your refreshments are there, food is there. So I don't have to move anywhere much. So your setup is the most important thing for productivity. And at number one, the most important or the best purchase I made for 2020 is the GoPro Hero 9, this camera by which I'm recording. I'll tell you, it has made my life so bloody easy. I used to use the iPhone, and I owe this to Ben from the UK, who bought it for me. He didn't buy one, he bought two. He gave me the money to buy two. And the reason I bought two, including 4 or 5 batteries plus charger, because if the battery goes down, I have another one. So I always had a backup. I'll tell you, the GoPro has really improved the quality of my life where making videos. When I compare it to the iPhone, yes, the iPhone had the benefit of I record and I can upload, but it's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy and it's wobbly, and it doesn't have the balance. It doesn't have the. GoPro has this hyper balance where it just balances. Like if I wobble, this one really holds. Like right now I'm shaking pretty hard, and you can still see it is stabilizing it. But if I were to do with the iPhone, it will be like you literally cannot see. So one is the weight, second one is the balance, third is the quality of the video is very, very high, very clear. The day I purchased the GoPro Hero 8 and I uploaded the video, my wife and I, we were like shocked. It was so crystal clear, the quality. I was worried maybe the voice quality would not be good, or maybe it wouldn't stay. Quite a number of questions, because it was an important purchase. Turned out to be the best investment of all time. And these two cameras that I use, for me as a vlogger, I have clocked in thousands of hours worth of footage on both these GoPro. So overall, and plus the stick, the stabilizing, GoPro is the best friend you can have if you're a vlogger and you like to capture memories. So these were the top 5 purchases of mine, which I would say are the best investments I made for 2009. So yeah, these are my top 5. Do let me know what are your top 5. I'd be very curious to know what are your top 5 purchases. It's always good to share, and even if you don't have a top 5, you can give me your top purchase, top number 1 purchase, or top 3 or whatever. And if you like this video, just let me know. Do your comments, or the usual YouTube stuff, like and share and whatever, if you want to. And maybe I can share with you another top 5 or my top 5 mistakes, purchases, regrets that I have. Shit, I shouldn't have purchased it. So anyway, let me know. This is another video just to share with you. Hope you get some good deals. Let me know your favorite purchases. This is me saying goodbye. Take care.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying, or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.